Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today we reached the end, the culmination of a promo that literally started all the way back in April. Guys, it is finally here, the last week, the ultimate week of Team of the Season. And with that, we have the full leaked team of all the Ultimate TOTS cards that are coming back today. It can now be said it is the biggest Ultimate TOTS ever, with 60 plus Team of the Season cards coming into packs today. But it's not just about that. It's about the SBCs. The leaks are in for what player SBCs we're getting today, and it is allegedly the KDB end of an era SBC, along with another one that's coming today. And we have a whole other list of leaks with all the end of an eras that are coming soon with this week of Ultimate TOTS. So we're going to talk about that, and for sure, some evolutions are leaked. We'll talk about those. Other content for sure today with Ultimate TOTS, plus a lot of packs are being opened, and that means there's some market madness ahead. We got to talk about all of that and more in today's video. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Of course, there's a lot to talk about today with Ultimate TOTS, but let's start things off by looking back at yesterday's brand new Season 8 Shapeshifters season. There's a lot of stuff going on in here that I want to talk about. Firstly, it's crazy that people are already getting to level 10 and beyond. I've heard of some people hitting level 14 and level 15. Now, I think the only reason that they're able to do that is because they've done all the objectives for SP, and EA dropped store packs that you can pay 200,000 coins to open a pack that gives you 1,500 SP, and you can open 2 of them. So 3,000 SP, people are going out and buying those. I mean, EA, man, why are we allowing that? Now people are halfway through this season on a season that just came out a day ago. Like literally, it's a 35 level season and people are at level 14 and 15, not quite halfway, but that's crazy that you can get that much SP in one single day. But there's a reason people are chasing after those end of the season rewards, because you've got a 4 playstyle plus 99 pace, 97 dribble Raphael layout back here. You've got all these crazy evos I want to talk about. And of course, you've got the only 5 playstyle plus player in the game, which is definitely going to be the only 5 playstyle plus player in the game for a while, I think. We have the 97 Kaká back here, and he looks like everything you would have wanted him to be. Absolutely insane. That's going to be crazy once we get there. Now, I want to go and talk about some of the stuff at the beginning of the season and just a couple things that really stick out to me. First of all, I love the shapeshifter cards and the small tweaks that EA made to them to make these way more usable and way more hype. Every single roll plus plus has a roll plus plus for these players that are shapeshifters. That's phenomenal, especially because a lot of these position changed cards have a lot of positions. Like look at Rafa Leao here. He's got right mid, right wing cam, and striker. War a position change for him, right? Just move from the left to the right, but can play centrally. Like that's not that big of a shift for him. Not as unrealistic, but he can play in any role plus plus, and these cards have boosted chemistry. I think that's a phenomenal dub to make these cards just stick out a little bit more from what they maybe would. Already they're sticking out because their position changed and crazy, but I do really like that. And the other thing I really love from the season pass today are the evolutions. Guys, it's even happening here at the very beginning already at level 6 in the season. We're really starting to just realize how massive these position change evolutions are. The CDM all rolls plus plus position change Evo gives you the ability to add center mid CDM position, to any player, basically any player you want. People are already doing this with Fermin. They're throwing him into the CDM position change, giving him the roll plus pluses there, obviously, but then that makes him eligible for the Destroyer Evo. That's where the possibilities with this are endless. You add a position to the card, and all of a sudden, they're open to potentially a whole lot more evos that are out currently, evos that could be coming out in the future. And we have a couple position changes in this season. We have the CDM at level 6, and we have the left wing position changes a little bit later on here in the paid season pass at level 13. Is there another one apart from those two? I'd have to go and double check, but that's pretty crazy. Also, we don't know what the Spectrum Shift Evo is yet, allegedly. Yeah, we got Striker, all rolls, plus plus there. Like, those are going to end up being incredible evolutions with so much potential, because position changes, again, opens you up to a whole new world of evolutions. And speaking of Evos, we love these playstyle plus Evos in here as well. Like this for me is becoming very popular right now, but you could also put Intercept Plus on them. You could put Incisive Pass Plus or Finesse Shot Plus from the end of the season on that for me in card, since he is of the 94 rating. He fits in those evolutions too. So for 500,000 coins, which is the price of the season pass again, I know it's a shorter season. There's a little bit less levels in here, and maybe you don't even like the Shapeshifters players. But once again, for all the content you get for both the paid and the free for 500,000 coins, I think the boost of the paid pass does give you some incredible evolutions and some incredible cards and some pretty good tradable packs. I do personally think it is worth it. Again, if you don't have enough coins right now, I would try to build up during the next couple of weeks during the season, and especially to get to that caca at the end. I do think that it is good value once again, and it's just crazy to me that people are already level 14. Like, I played some career mode and some manager mode. If you want to know how to get the SP right now before content today, you're going to grind. Like, the manager objectives here, they're really easy. The player objectives in career mode as well, and the club's objectives are how people are getting that SP. And the daily objectives refresh every single day, so you can score 3, play 2 in the club's rush and get that one done there. So that was the big content from yesterday with a brand new season. A couple of other really small things. The rest of content was really quiet. It was a Thursday, the day before Ultimate TOTS. Thursdays every single week of Team of the Season have been pretty quiet. We do have, though, a good value SBC here, because it's got to be one of the cheapest 94 rated cards when you can just do a simple 85 rated squad and get a 94 rated player. That is worth noting, because we're going to have big SBCs upcoming with that end of their KDB, Modric, and others to talk about today. That's going to be a very helpful card for a high-rated squad. We also had throwback marquee matchups for a 50k pack tradable. That's nothing to scoff at there. That's a decent little throwback marquee matchups, and we have a new daily login plus a new objective along with that. Now, a part of content that actually kind of released late, but I want to show you guys this because it actually relates to today's Ultimate TOTS as well. Take a look at these dynamics. EA updated dynamic images on Team of the Season cards. We saw them do this on the Road to the Final cards like the Due, the Cuti Romero, the images with the trophy. They've upgraded these images of some of these cards in game for players who have won a trophy with their league. This is the list right here of Ousmane Dembele, McTominay, Salah, Rafinha, and Harry Kane that have all gotten their trophies now. Harry Kane has a trophy dynamic image on a card in FC 25. I absolutely love that. It makes me want to pack him even more. That's a small, nice touch from EA, and that's a GG, to be completely honest, especially before the Ultimate TOTS squad gets released today. Let's talk about it, though. Ultimate Team of the Season, we're finally here, man. Now, we have the leaks of the players that are going to be re-released in packs. It is the biggest Ultimate Team of the Season squad we have ever had, because it is 60 cards, 60 Team of the Season cards. We're hopefully expecting more cards apart from TOTS. We'll talk about that in a second. Firstly, the list of players. This was tweeted by ASY Foot Trader yesterday. All the 97 rated, all the 4 playstyle plus big marquee players are in. There's a lot of 96s, there's a lot of 95s, and the lowest rated cards, of course, we talk about this pretty quick because these are the ones we're going to be packing the most. The lowest rated cards in this team are 94 rated. That's a huge W. Sure, it could potentially mean bad things for pack luck. We're going to talk about that in a second, but compared to previous years of Team of the Season, this is a way bigger Ultimate TOTS squad and way higher rated. Last year we had a handful of 93s, a whole bunch of 94s, and this year we have so many 95s, which sure, you're going to have some fodder cards in here like Letizier, like a new skin, like the Lucy Bronze, maybe even, you know, the De Gea, the Simon, and the Trent. We're going to see Trent everywhere this week, but that's fine. He's 94 rated. That's better than packing like a 92 or a 93 from an Ultimate TOTS squad. Now, I think they did a good job putting the big names in. They did miss some players as we get to the cards that we would like, you know, want to pack from this team. But there's just a lot of usability in here. There's still so many cards that I would love to try out that I didn't pack during those individual weeks of Team of the Season. Isak, didn't get to use him. Declan Rice, didn't get to use him. I know I mentioned 2 Prem cards off the bat. Premier League kind of missed out here. This is not a Premier League heavy squad at all. We're missing Erling Haaland. We're missing Saliba. We're missing Gabriel, Gravenberch. There's a lot of players that did not get in from the Prem. EA kind of went with some of the more recent players. There's a lot of La Liga in here. You got Pedri, you got the Vinny, you got the Jude Bellingham, you got the Rafinha 97. You got a lot of the big names from La Liga, Lamine Yamal, of course, in there as well. And it just kind of feels like they kind of snubbed the Prem a little bit. Maybe there's some reasons for that. Maybe there's not. But I do overall think they made a pretty good choice with this team of players in packs here. And really, it does come down to the pack weight. And that's why I'm still hoping that we have other special cards re-released in packs today, because for me, I know that Ultimate Tots pack weight is never amazing. We've been talking about this all week. You have to kind of reframe your perspective for Ultimate Tots. I know this past week of Saudi and MLS, the pack weight's been absolutely shocking. So hopefully the pack weight's better than that because there's so many cards in packs, but it's not like they're releasing all 60 of these cards in packs, so the pack weight's all of a sudden going to turn up and be magically great. It's still going to be difficult to pack a few of these cards. That's why I hope that there is another re-release of specials that is coming that has not been leaked yet. I'm starting to get a little worried, to be honest, because FIFA Trading Romania is the only leaker that has talked about this, and there's no rumors of who those cards may be just yet. So I'm getting a little worried about that, just to be completely honest. We'll be watching the leaks today as we head into content, but nonetheless, it's going to feel like if you hit a TOTS card this week, you're going to at least feel like you're hitting something decent, whether it's high rated for fodder or an actual usable card that has some value. That's why I think this Ultimate TOTS squad is good. And again, there's just so many players in it. Now, let's talk about prices for a bit, because I know there's a lot of you guys that are seeing this as an opportunity to buy Ultimate TOTS cards, stuff that's getting re-released for your teams. It absolutely is. It's going to make them more affordable because there's a lot of saved up packs, and Ultimate TOTS cards may feel unpackable, but we've seen this every single year, and we've seen this every single week this year of Team of the Season. Remember when Premier League TOTS was released? Remember when La Liga TOTS was released? What did we have in those first couple of minutes, first half an hour of these cards being in packs? We had tons of pack supply because they were saved up packs. What is there today for Ultimate TOTS? A ton of saved up packs. I believe still these cards have dropped a lot. I think they're going to end up going lower because they're simply getting re-released in packs, and there's a lot of people opening packs today. Sure, there's going to be a lot of coins generated today too. Saved up packs means some of them being tradable, means people are going to have coins like we saw during La Liga to go out and buy some of these cards. But nonetheless, I do believe prices on the cards that get re-released today are probably going to drop. Now, I'm going to say this too. There could be some fluctuations where they drop for a while, then they come back up. I still expect a nice size Friday night bubble tonight. I think it's going to be a great night to trade with Ultimate TOTS cards and rewards, with all of these cards in packs. People are going to be chasing. People are going to be playing Foot Champs and Weekend League, and that means they're going to want the best cards. And with opening tradable packs and saved up packs, that means coins are going to enter the market. We're going to talk a little bit more about trading in that way in a second. But if you want to buy an Ultimate TOTS card for your team, the best advice I can give you is buy it when you like the price after the content drop today, but don't hold on to it for long. Take a look at Harry Kane. This same situation happened last year. Harry Kane was 3 mil. He got panic sold down to 1.8 mil because we knew he was getting re-released in Ultimate TOTS last year in FC24. But look what happened. On Ultimate TOTS Friday, he went from 1.8 mil. He gets released in packs. Next day, 1.1 mil. Next day, 800K. If you buy a card like Lamine Yamal, let's say he's like 2.5 million today, he could be 1.7 million, 1.8, 1.9 or something like that on Saturday or Sunday later on this weekend after he gets packed and he's in game again, getting re-released in packs. Sure, again, prices have tanked a ton, but in my opinion, guys, they're going to continue to drop. Now, again, I'm going to say this and preface it again. There could be some more fluctuations. You could see a big drop. Then you could see a rebound back because there are a lot of coins in this market and people want to buy these cards because they are more affordable now than they have ever been. But longer term, you're just not going to want to hold on to the cards. Buy it. Try to time a good buy price. Use the card. Enjoy it. And then sell it when you're happy and you've enjoyed using the card for however long you want to use it. So that's one piece of advice I would give you today. But I do believe these cards that get re-released are going to drop after the content drop today in price. Now, the one thing I want to mention is this whole Ultimate TOTS squad here has got a lot of players in it, and it looks like it's one big squad. Again, with the pack code that we had, EA mentioned the Ultimate TOTS minor squad, which I do believe is a part of this big squad right here because it is re-released Team of the Season cards. But the funny thing is they've renamed it. I mean, really, I do believe today we still have an Ultimate TOTS men's, Ultimate TOTS women's, and an Ultimate TOTS minor league squad, which they've again renamed to be the TOTS Global Stars. Much better choice of verbiage there, EA Sports. This pack code and a couple other ones were updated to change and remove the minor word here, but they said this pack now is a guaranteed TOTS player item from various leagues outside the top 5 men's leagues. So we'll just have to see how EA split these up today, but 60 plus TOTS cards in packs is going to be interesting, and it's going to be a fun day at least to try to open packs. And I really do hope that we do get some news about the specials getting re-released. Now, the TOTS cards and packs are a big story, but it's the SBCs that we're opening these packs for to craft afterwards that is the next biggest story. We know, allegedly, according to the leaks, the SBCs that are coming today, and it is the Kevin De Bruyne end of an era card and Robin Van Persie's Champions League Icon SBC. We're finally getting an Icon SBC once again, but for the big name, Kevin De Bruyne. This is the official card. We've got the stats, 4 playstyle pluses, 99 passing, hopefully 5-star, 5-star. Hopefully. That's going to be one of the best, if not the best center midfield in the game. Guys, if you did not use his flashback, this is a card that is going to cook. He was so good. He was insane for me, and he wasn't that expensive. He started off being about 1.7, 1.8 million coins, and then fodder rose during Team of the Year, right? So his price went crazy high. But that's really what I'm curious about for this Kevin De Bruyne today. I'm a little worried about how EA are going to price this because they know a lot of us have saved packs for today, and they also know that a lot of people have duplicate storages full of a lot of Team of the Season cards from saving those up and saving packs up. Plus that, I do worry today that Kevin De Bruyne could actually have kind of a sticker shock price. I mean, to get a 2 million coin SBC right now in this game, I think EA is going to have to put it at 20 plus squads. Look at the Lilian Thuram SBC. I mean, he's got a couple of 91 rated squads and a bunch of 90s and 89s, and he's only 17 different squads there, and he wasn't that crazy expensive even when he was released. And right now, I bet he's even cheaper because TOTS cards and 93, 94 rated cards are super cheap. It might be a sticker shock today. There might be a lot of squads for Kevin De Bruyne. That's the thing to have to remember. I think it's going to be a couple mil SBC, but it's going to be one that is worth doing. And it does kind of give us, at least it gives me, without the SBC even being released yet, motivation to grind and craft and do the upgrade pack grind once again. It feels like an SBC worth crafting for. So that's what I'm excited about with the Kevin De Bruyne. And just also today, watch out for other center mids because this card gets released in game. That has a lot of hype. The other cards that are coming out as end of an eras have a lot of hype. A lot of midfielders. That could hurt other midfielder cards on the market, whether you're trying to trade with those today or buy one for your team. Just kind of keep that in mind. Now, it was leaked again that we have 2 player SBCs, right? Where's the Robin Van Persie? There he is. This is the official Robin Van Persie icon card. Speaking of icon SBCs, we're getting another one today, allegedly, according to the leaks. That looks like a very good striker. Very good striker card. I hope he's cheaper because that seems like more of a, not like it should be cheaper, but just a card that's maybe not as good as KDB for sure. He does have 4 playstyle pluses, 98 shooting. That's fantastic, but hopefully a few 100,000 coins for this and more craftable. And that looks like a very, very fun card to use and very usable card as well for the Robin Van Persie SBC. Now, speaking about fodder, I do want to talk about investments really quick because I still like Team of the Seasons as investments. 93s, 94s, and 95. What is the best way to get all these high-rated squads done that are inevitably going to be dropping this week when we have multiple end-of-an-era player SBCs? It's going to be high-rated TOTS cards. TOTS cards are now back up to 15K. If you bought these yesterday at 13,000 GGs because they're starting to go back up, the best investment still, in my opinion, in terms of TOTS cards is the 94s and the 95s. I like these 95s at around 20,000 coins. I think that's a good investment in club stock. I'm just going to put one of those on my transfer list right now because if you need a 91, maybe they even release a 92 rated squad. These are the cards that are going to go up the most, in my opinion. And the 94 rated cards, I like those at 15 to 16K. It's a longer term investment, but also could pay out some dividends as soon as today. Sure, there are a couple of 94s and there's some 95s that are getting re-released in packed for Ultimate TOTS, but I still think there's going to be a lot of people doing Kevin De Bruyne, and unless there is a lot of special cards re-released other than Team of the Seasons today, I think these cards are going to be the ones that people go out and buy to do his SBC. The other thing to consider with KDB is, at the content drop, when he drops, go and check his requirements and make sure they don't say, like, turn in 7 89 rated cards or 8 89 rated cards. Like, if they do some specific rating requirements, that could make any rating of card move, especially if it's 89s or 90s. It takes way less for those to go off of minimum price. I think that's actually a place where you could see the market move today. So just kind of keep that in mind as well for Kevin De Bruyne. Now, fodder, once again, guys, there's more SBCs coming than just Kevin De Bruyne and Robin Van Persie. We know the leaks now. These are the official stats for SBC/objective cards that are incoming for end of an eras and flashbacks And man, there's some big names. Let's zoom in and take a closer look. We know the Kevin De Bruyne, but Luka Modric. If you don't have a ton of fodder, you got to maybe make the choice. KDB or Luka, who's it going to be for you? Luka looks insane. Anticipate, incisive, technical, and pinged. I know some of you are thinking right now, Nate, why limit me to one? I'll do both. I would love to do that myself. But look at him, that Thomas Muller card. Low-driven, rapid, incisive, and press proven with unbelievable stats. That's a crazy card as well. Those three, I think, are the biggest three end of an eras for sure. Once again, end of their cards have boosted chemistry as well. Probably should have shouted that earlier. That's helpful for them getting input into some of our squads that we have right now. But Modric, Muller, and De Bruyne, very deserved end of theirs. Those are great looking cards. Now, to the rest of the team, Carlitos Vela's getting a card. Hummels, these are official stats for him. Lauren James looks very good, better than her Team of the Year card with better playstyle pluses. Hopefully, she's pretty cheap. That could be very OP in game. Lace Solmeris getting a card. There's the Robin Van Persie. Zaha and Nkunku are also flashbacks that are leaked to come. Nkunku doesn't look that crazy, but he could be cheap. Zaha, also these could be objectives as well. That is worth mentioning. And then you've got Vertonghen, Pepe Reina linked to Varane, and Corsi is the Scottish card that is going to be released as an end of an era here. It is not Tierney or Robertson or a couple other cards people were hoping and maybe wanting to see. It is Corsi instead there. So those are all the end of an era and SBCs that we have leaked. If there's one of those that speaks to you the most, that's the one that I would focus on and maybe save a little bit of your fodder for, or start working through that upgrade pack grind as those Ultimate TOTS cards come into packs today, but as you ultimately start crafting for those SBCs that are upcoming too. Now, we haven't even talked about evolutions yet. Last Friday, remember, we had the whole Ultimate TOTS hype with the the build your TOTS center back Evo, and that really didn't end up hitting that great. Now, there is an Evo that is leaked right now. There's actually two. One of them is a striker evolution, and one of them is a defender evolution. The striker Evo is looking decent. It's big stat upgrades with all capital letters for big, according to the leakers here. Max 92, it gives finesse, technical, and low driven. The Henry SBC is expiring today, by the way, if you want to get that one done and you want to evolve him. Now, the requirements here, I would watch out for some later leaks today, but it looks like they're able to put in some pretty good cards. 96 shooting, 94 pace, 93 dribble allegedly does fit, according to Foot Police here on this league, but 99 pace and 99 dribbling players do not. So that's a little bit interesting with this evolution here. Hopefully the stat limits are good. That's the key, right? You can have very high requirements, but if the stat limits are low, then it won't be a good Evo. There's also a defensive evolution that is leaked here, and Foot Agent has not tweeted about it yet, but he says here, sorry, I'm not French, defense evolution as well. That's normal for a promo Friday. We usually do get two evolutions at one time, so that is one thing to watch out for today. Hopefully the defensive one is free, and the striker one looks like it's probably going to be paid. Now, speaking of Evos, the keep up the pace evolution is expiring today. If you want to put somebody that's a 97 pace boosting evolution there for like that Hyunmin Sun as an example. And then also today, one of our training camp Evos expires, like to put somebody into it. So there could maybe be another training camp Evo released today, but we still have 1 week left on the first shapeshifter. Maybe there'll be like the second shapeshifter or something. So watch out for training camp Evos today as well. And maybe they drop a cosmetic. I don't know if they drop a cosmetic Evo right now for Ultimate TOTS. Maybe that would be later on during shapeshifters, but that's kind of the evolution content that is leaked for today as well. So it's a big day today, man. We've got a lot of packs saved. Again, one last shout, if you want to do a little bit of a save and just at least test it for the upgrade packs, the premiums. I mean, MLS, Saudi League, Serie A, and Ligue 1. Looking back at the team here, now we can really kind of decipher this. Sure, you got the Ronaldo for the Saudi League. You got the Conte for Saudi League. You got MLS, Suarez, and Messi. Also Moreira from the Columbus Crew as well. Then you've got Serie A and Ligue 1. So you got the Retegui who's in there. Ligue 1, you got the Dembele. There's a handful of PSG cards. I think is Bastoni in here as well for Serie A. You've got McTominay. You've got Barella. Did I see Bastoni? Maybe I skipped over him, but surely Bastoni. Yeah, there he is. Bastoni's in this team too. So maybe those upgrade packs give you a decent shot at some team of the seasons. Maybe not. But, oh yeah, Ibanez, Diaby for the Saudi League as well. You got De Gea in there. So I think it's maybe worth a shout just testing a few of those packs personally. But other than that, the best grind is still going to be the grinding upgrade pack into the crafting. Maybe you do a couple of player picks, 82 pluses. Those are still going to be around today as well. But best of luck as you open packs today. Best of luck as you get active with that in crafting. Last thing to talk about, market. I know some of you guys are like, Nate, what's going to happen with the market today? You talked about a Friday night bubble. What about those team of the season cards that are not getting re-released? What's happening with them? Well, let's take a look at Saliba, for example, right here. We were mentioning this yesterday. We were mentioning it a couple days ago. We wanted to know the leaked list of players that were getting in because the ones that weren't getting in would probably go up on the market, and they have. Now, Saliba went from 440, 470K up to 575.80. He's back down now to about 500. If there's cards that are not getting re-released today, we shouted a few like Erling Haaland, like the Saliba, like the Gabriel, Gravenberch. Olise was a massive one. Olise, he's back down under 400,000 coins right now, but yesterday he went crazy. He was like 370, he went all the way to 460. That's actually, I think that's a buy, because some of these TOTS cards that are not getting re-released, again, we mentioned a lot of coins are going to be on the market tonight from people opening packs, and a lot of people still wanted to see a card like this and get a card like this in their teams. But now the fact that it's not getting re-released, people are still going to want to go out and buy this, in my opinion. Of course, you do have Kevin De Bruyne as a cam, so if you're running Olise as a cam, maybe you sell this. I don't exactly know, but that's something to really watch out for today. Those TOTS cards could go up in price later in the Friday night bubble type of situation. I think that's something to watch for. And then other than that, I really do believe, guys, some of the more rare out-of-pack specials like the UWCL cards that were ending up being fantastic investments from yesterday during rewards. I picked up Kelly, Ford, Mariona, Fox, Beth Mead, McCabe. I think I actually ended up buying like 2 mil worth of these cards, and they've risen very, very nicely. If you take a look at their graphs, like Fox is actually back down a little bit, but yesterday she went from 100K up to 170. It's like 150K right now. These cards are out of packs, and some of the other cards, like the PSG cards, I think these are going to be great items to watch tonight for trades, because people want to use these, and these are very rare. I think it's the rarity with these cards that interests me the most. The Chelsea cards, the Spurs cards as well. Nico Jackson's 445K. Like yesterday, he was 550,000 coins. Caicedo's only 1.5. Shaloba is dropping. Definitely watch these cards because they're rare, and watch the cards that did not get into Ultimate TOTS because they could end up being some good investments too. So we're going to be watching the market very closely today, and I would say even for some of these out-of-packs cards, probably don't hold on to them super long either for investments. It would be a short-term flip with them, because with Ultimate TOTS being so cheap and getting re-released, that's probably going to hurt the rest of the market, because that just means that with Ultimate TOTS cards being in packs and looking so cheap, other people are going to see that and be like, wait, why does this Barcola card deserve to be a mil when his team of the season card gets absolutely destroyed in price because he's getting re-released too? So that's something to kind of remember. But these cards are rare, they're hype, people still want to use them. And there still probably is going to be some more panic selling ahead of the content drop today because of KDB, because of the other things that are leaked for this promo team and everything else that's going on. So keep a close eye on those rare cards of the market, but it should be a fun day today. Hopefully there's more packs getting re-released. If we do get leaks of more cards getting re-released, that could make the market drop more as well. So it's going to be a fun day, guys. Hope you're excited for Ultimate TOTS like I am. If you do want to check us out on the stream today, we'll be streaming here live on YouTube, also on TikTok, also on Twitch. Those links are down below in the description. We'll be opening packs, watching the market, and seeing what SBC grind we can get done for that Kevin De Bruyne and what evolutions we get as well. So if you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up again on the video. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you guys later today. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace.